Hi, and welcome back to the show. Yes, we have a few giggles off air. We cut them out. Maybe Christmas blooper, maybe not.
For our eyes only.
Yeah. Well, you're talking risk, and one of the powerful ways, and I've always thought this, one of the powerful ways to reduce risk is through collaborations and through having mentors who actually know what they're doing with skill sets. I don't mean a mentor who just says, I'm a mentor and hangs up a shingle and you go, so how many businesses you had, have you ever sold, have you ever bought, how many have you dealt with, and things like that. So from an accounting perspective, you bring a lot of skill sets, and now you're bringing, as progressive of what you and Crystal are, this mentoring. How do people and what can people expect from mentoring, and how do you think that will help them with having confidence as they move forward with risk?
Well, the big thing, Michael, as you know, with being self-employed, is you don't have managers, you don't have the other business, the business owners telling you how you're going, or great job, son, you keep on going, or you have to do all this yourself. And the biggest thing I found with business owners is their mindset.
Yes.
The poor, well, not just their mindset, but sort of negative wording in their mindset, saying, I'm a big believer of positive thinking. Positive action equals positive results. So I'm very positive. I even got told today, you did. Every time I see you, you always say everything's great. Well, I said, well, it is. And that's because I trained my mindset to have a win. If I'm positive, then it's a win for the day already.
Yeah.
So with what I found with a lot of business owners is they just get stuck in their bubble.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. They read the negative articles, they watch the news, they watch all this the negative space, and they hear about other business owners, the doom and gloom, we've had another bad week, or things are going down, we're having two good sales this month.
Yeah.
And when they come to me and talk about it and say, I'm like, well, why are you putting yourself in that negative space? And that's where I feel our mindset can really help the other business. That's one thing that we'll really talk about with the business mentoring is working on your positive mindset.
Yeah.
Eliminating your self-sabotage, because that's effectively what it is. People just say, I can't do this, I can't do that. If you have the old can-do attitude, I don't want to call it that, but the can-do attitude, that's a positive way of thinking, and you're already going to get out of that negative space.
What I like as well with your mentoring as well, because you've got practicality built into it, yes, the mindset, get that right. We know that's the mindset, so your attitude takes you there. But then you are able to convert that into practical steps. You look at their marketing, you look at their employee structure, you look at all these things and steer them and maybe make them aware, because we get so eyes down sometimes, we don't see the wood for the trees.
Yeah, well, it's happened to us, and that's just something where we've just had to buckle down and go, okay, let's take 2 steps back to go 100 forward, and that's definitely shown in the way we've grown our business with our new office and increasing our team. We're looking at hopefully getting new staff members in the new year, because we're growing that fast. But it's, once again, before we get to that stage, what are our systems that we need to put in place to get that staff member?
Yes.
And that's exactly what we go through with our business mentoring package for small business owners out there. We go, okay, so if you want to be a $10 million business, $1 million business, whatever it may be, your systems that you have right now, from either turnover of 0 or turnover 100,000, it's totally different. You're going to need to have policies for employees in place.
Yes.
You need to have the right equipment. You need to have you need to give away what you are currently doing in the business. That's what I find is the biggest thing for business owners. I can't give that away. I like doing that. Once again, putting my own hand up.
I'll put mine up too.
Delegating is the biggest thing that business owners can't do well.
Yeah. One thing I learned as I've had mentors through, and I still have mentors of all different sorts that come in, and the number one thing they always tell me, Michael, whatever you did to get you here won't get you there.
Exactly.
You have to change. Because if you keep doing this, then you'll get the same result.
Yes.
Which is this result. If you want a different result, you're going to have to let some things go and then bring in new things. And I think having mentors, especially with your background, you bring in new thoughts and new ideas and open the possibility. and allow that free discussion in a very safe environment to then go, okay, I can step forward with confidence that at least I'm not doing it on a whim, I'm doing it with some structure.
Exactly. And I think it's all about the whole bouncing ideas. And there's no bad ideas out there.
No.
It's just the wrong way to go about those ideas. So that's where we try and just have that conversation with our clients and business owners out there, just to say, hey, that's a great idea, but what do you need to do to fulfill that? And that's when we reverse engineer and go back and, okay, you want to do that, but you need this piece of equipment, you need that staff member, you need this admin member as well, you know, so it's...
Yeah, and I guess I love reverse engineering, so I love doing it that way, because you can actually work backwards. But it actually then says, if you need to go there, these are the things you need to do. And I think sometimes that also gives people choice. That gives them, do I really want that, or do I want something else? And sometimes they come up with 2 or 3 options, and when you reverse engineer, we go, actually, it's that that's the one I would feel comfortable going down.
Exactly right. So it's all about taking option 1, 2, or 3.
Yes.
It's which is the safest route, effectively, and which is the most optimal route to either grow your business, grow your sales, or just to make to work less hours in the business. Who knows? It could be any of those. Yeah,
and make you more fulfilled. And I think you're right. The options, and I think you are right. We're talking about risk, and we all have different risk levels. So some of us are happy to just go all out and, oh, well, there goes the house. Never mind, I'll get another one. And other people are going, you've got to be kidding me.
No chance, exactly.
No chance. So working with someone like yourself, giving those options, you can look at the risk, and it's like any investment. A business is an investment to me. But because they're working one-on-one with you, they get to make a choice on the level of risk they're prepared to take, and that shows them what they can do.
Or with your share portfolio that you want to grow, they look at which type of characteristics are you. Are you risk averse, or you're more of a risk taker?
Yes.
So it's all about mitigating that risk. Okay, what are you comfortable doing? Are you comfortable with putting your, remortgaging your house for another $400,000, for example, to build this investment, either in your business or share portfolio, for example? And it's like, okay, or investing in Bitcoin. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm still struggling with Bitcoin, I have to admit, and I know there's people out there making money on Bitcoin, and I take my hat off to them. But they've got more knowledge than what I have, and I think that's a really good example, because there are guys out there making money on Bitcoin, but they've got the knowledge, they know what they're doing, and because I don't.
I don't, exactly. Yeah.
And I guess that's the same with businesses. A business gets to a stage of maybe, I've been in that situation where I was perhaps working 60, 70 hours a week, earning 40, 45 grand, and someone will say, would you work for anyone else for that? Not a chance. Yeah. But it's a wake-up call, and suddenly it's like, okay, so what am I missing? But you need a mentor, because you can't see inside. You need to be on the outside looking in. What do you find some of the biggest challenges for you when you're actually mentoring people in this way? What are some of the resistances you get?
The resistance, in a few cases, it's, what will my business partner think of that? I don't think my business partner will do that, which is fair enough. And sometimes that business partner may be your life partner.
Yes,
as in our case, I get pulled back all the time, but that's probably for the better with Crystal.
Me too.
But in this case, I've done some things in the past which has now taken that factor out. So either the business partner or the wife or husband, they're saying, no, I don't think you should take that risk because of what you've done in the past. But I'm a firm believer of learn from your mistakes to not make those mistakes again. And if you do that, if you're consistently making mistakes, I can understand. But if you're learning from your mistakes to better the outcome, then why not give it a crack?
And I think that's the thing. I always say, if you're not making mistakes, you're not doing anything anyway. You're not trying anything new. But I think the advantage of having a mentor and a properly structured plan, you're now not just jumping at something because you think it's a good idea. You've had somebody from, like with your accounting skills and your mentoring skills, able to actually work that back, show where the gaps are, show where the risks. So you actually get a solid plan that you can say, I've actually worked it through.
Yeah.
Not just gone, well, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. It's all coming back to what can this system that you want to put in place, be it a new piece of equipment or hiring an employee, what's the outcome of that? Okay, if I hire a new employee, well, yes, I'll be paying them, so that's the negative.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be freeing up 30 hours of my time a week.
Yeah.
Okay, either to do what I love. I love playing golf, so I'd love to hit a round of golf a week, which I haven't done for a couple of years. But
next time we do this talk, we'll meet him on the golf course.
Yeah.
I'll turn the cameras on. It'd be great.
Why not? Or if you're getting this piece of equipment, okay, yes, it's going to cost me X per week, or if I'm going to buy it outright, it's going to cost me $20,000. Who knows?
Yeah.
But what's the reward am I going to get from it? Okay, this piece of machinery may better my systems, either by taking 12 hours to complete to 2 hours. Well, I can do in one day 6 of those jobs for the same time frame. 600%ing your profit margins effectively, if you could.